Hello everybody. Today I would like to show you how I create a battery pack for my AeroBird Extreme. Now this battery pack is no longer sold by hobby shop or anywhere. If you see any, it's probably old and probably not worth buying. So what we have here is the old pack, and it has these two leads. I transfer over to the new battery pack. I use the Sub-C cells. These are Tenergy cells made by or sold by Amazon. These are rather cheap. If I buy one of these at the battery shop, one of those green battery shop where they build it for you, it's like 29 or 30 bucks to make one of these for you. But you can get this whole thing like in this 15 pack box for about 37 bucks on Amazon, and they come with all these pre-made pre-tabbed cells. These are the pre-tabbed cells, okay? And what I did was I arranged them in the order that the old packs have, okay? Just make it so that it looks like what the old tab looks, or the old battery pack looks like so. And weld it together using the electrical or hobby solder. I tried the non-mercury or non-lead based solder. It didn't work too well. I switched to the solder, the regular one. It seems to be okay. You can see this one here has a pretty bad solder. That's because I didn't scratch it enough with the wool, the wool, what do you call it, wire wools. So it didn't go too well, but I finally got it to attach. The electrical tape kind of make it easier. You just wrap it around to make sure that it doesn't move while you're soldering. Okay, so I started arranging like this, and basically bend up the two what do you call these tabs here. Actually, you can see I bend it, and these two would go into the top of these. I just use the plier and pry off these two. Okay, and these two at the front here, I just weld them together. Weld these two together. I hope you can see it. These two would be welded together. Alright, these two at the bottom. And the top, this top one I just pry off with a plier. And then these two, I pry off this one. At the last one I pry it off with a plier. And use this one. Well, this one here, I just kind of bend it at an angle. If you can see here, I bend it back at an angle so that it faces the other battery, and I weld it to the other battery. Okay, so that's how I try to minimize the work using the existing tabs that comes with the battery. And then I just take out these two wires and solder it to the new battery pack. And then I use the ohm meter to test the puppies. So positive, and it shows it's pretty good for usually is 7.2, but this one, as you can see, is 7.48. And I tried it on the AeroBird, and propeller was pretty strong. So there you go. That's how I use this existing tabs and pry off the ones that I don't need. Minimize the work of soldering. These welded joints are pretty darn good, so don't try to get rid of them if you don't need to. So there, and then I use the what do you call these electrical tapes to try to insulate the areas that got melted by the soldering gun, just to make sure that the battery isn't shorted. But when I put it in the airplane, I would use a tape to just wrap around all these things to make it a solid pack. I tried to search for the info on the internet and I couldn't find anything related to these tabs. A lot of people have questions on how to use these tabs, so I made this video. Hopefully you enjoy it and be able to do the same. These cells can also be used in the DeWalt battery 18-volt packs if you have those. It's pretty darn cheap to replace those batteries.